Hey guys, Duchess here with Adaptive Armory, and today we're going to talk about the Nerf N-Strike Elite Strongarm. It's basically the elite version of the Maverick. A lot of people online are saying this is what would happen if a Maverick and a Spectre had a baby. I'm not sure how much I agree with that, but it is much better than the Maverick was. It features a 6-shot rotating cylinder that does drop out all the way, so no need to do a drop mod. Like you did on the old Mavericks. Just use that button, pops out just like the Maverick. And it features a new barrel rotation mechanism. Whereas with the Maverick, when you pulled the trigger, the cylinder would rotate. It doesn't do that. With the Spectre, you prime it, and it would rotate. It doesn't with this one. With this one, it does something new. It rotates on the fire. So when I pull the trigger, if you watch, as soon as the dart leaves the barrel, a split second later, the cylinder rotates. So watch, let's see if you guys can catch it. See that? So that's new and interesting, and will probably help alleviate some of the Maverick's issues that it had with jamming, because this thing would get twisted slightly, and that would cause the dart to not fire right, and it was one of the Maverick's bigger weaknesses. One other new thing about this thing that I think is great is that this blaster actually has slam fire. You just pull back the trigger and then prime. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Yeah, you just pull back the cylinder and it fires when it gets to the priming point. It, fires off the dart. It also, just a little detail, has a priming indicator. I don't know if you guys can see that. See? Prime indicator. See the orange lightly? Yeah. No, it's not there. Alright, so now I'm going to open this bad boy up, and we'll take a look at the internals. Alright guys, so I took the screws off camera, like I always have done in all my videos. There are 3 screws up here to take off this. There's no hidden screw underneath it like there was on the Maverick. And then there's, I think, 9 body screws? 9 body screws? Yeah. Yeah, just all around. So once you take those off, you can sort of tease this thing open. Be very careful, because the cylinder sometimes wants to go with the other side. There is nothing on this side of the shell except for the little release mechanism. I noticed that unlike a Maverick, it opens on the other side, so that's, hey, it's kind of cool, because the Maverick was always sort of reversed from all the other Nerf blasters. It has one of these. This piece comes off, and the cylinder comes out really easily. As I said, watch out for that. As far as the internals go, it's a little bit more of a complicated looking mechanism than the Maverick had. You have, back here, you have the whole firing indicator, which is actually part of the catch. In fact, I actually think it is the catch, which is kind of cool. You've got the slam fire mechanisms and stuff like that down in here and all that. Now this plunger tube, it is your standard indirect plunger like all the Elite blasters. It has a, pull out the, this piece does fall right off the front of the cylinder, which is cool. The other one, you needed to use a hammer to bash it off. The cylinder itself has Swarmfire style ARs. And whoop, there's the other part of the AR on the actual firing thing. So the whole mechanism will be a little bit more along the lines of a complicated, at least I feel it's more complicated than a Maverick air restrictor removal. But it really shouldn't be all that hard. I will cover it in a mod guide at a later date. There will be a link to it somewhere around here probably. You just click that when it's up, and it'll take you right there. So yeah, that's the internals of the Strongarm. Oh, one more thing that I thought was cool. With the Maverick, there was a spring in here that returned the slide, but on this one, it's actually attached to, I don't know if you can see it, whoop. It's actually attached to the slide itself, which is kind of cool. So anyways, I'm going to put this thing back together off camera, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. My final thoughts on the N-Strike Elite Strongarm. Well, it is definitely a lot better than the Maverick. It's a lot better than the Spectre. That being said, with the Strife having came out as well, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use this as my sidearm during HVZ and things of that nature, but it is definitely worth it. For the $13 that it cost my friend to buy it, I actually didn't pay for this, it was a gift to me. It is definitely worth the money. You can find them at Toys R Us. A couple people have said that they found them at Walmart. Just places like that. It's a great blaster. It's a pain in the butt to put back together. I still haven't fixed it all the way. For instance, I can't prime it normally. I can slam fire, but that was my first time opening it up. It's time for me to get back in there and see if I can fix the problems. Overall, the blaster fixes all the issues that Nerf had with the Maverick and the Spectre. We fixed the little gap issue. If you notice when it fires, I don't know if you guys can see that. Right before the cylinder moves, right before it fires, the plunger tube actually moves forward. So you got better air seal on that one. You get much better ranges. I'm getting about 55-ish feet flat. So it's not hitting the 75 that they advertise with all the Elite blasters, but it is doing pretty good. So anyways, guys, that was the Nerf N-Strike Elite Strongarm. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe if you like the video. Share with your friends if you think it's necessary, and everybody have a great day.